recently heard a friend of mine's band, a trio really, two guitars and a female singer, play Carly Simon's That's the Way I've Always Heard It Should Be, and it reminded me that this is a song I have just loved since I first heard it in 1971 when it came out on her first album, Carly Simon. And it's one I've messed around with many years ago. It sort of had fallen off my radar for the last probably 10 years. And even though we have a lesson here on You're So Vain, I was thinking, oh, what other Carly Simon songs? And then I thought, oh man, No Secrets. We got a lot of great songs. So we may get to some more Carly Simon songs. But what I want to do in this lesson, oh, so interesting thing about the song too that I didn't really realize till I started doing a little research into it, because it's also just haunting lyrics and a haunting melody. Now, the record company didn't even really want to put it out as a single because it was a little too deep, kind of deep and dark thoughts kind of going on, and didn't seem like a pop hit, but it really became, you know, it helped put her on the map, along with Anticipation from the same era. And so Carly did not write the lyrics, though. They were written. So I have a little arrangement here that, well, I'll tell you more about that in a second. But a friend of hers, Jacob Brackman, somebody she'd met a couple of years before, working at a summer camp, and they'd kind of collaborated on a few things, and he wrote lyrics to some of her other songs that you would probably recognize. But anyway, so Carly put the melodies together. Now she plays it, of course, on the piano, and it's a very kind of arpeggiated. It's you know, the same, very similar to what we'd hear Neil Young or Paul McCartney do. Not really like Billy Joel or Elton John, more elaborate type arrangements, but fairly simple. And we're going to take a look at how to translate that to the guitar and come as close as we can to the piano voicings that she used. Now I'll also talk about the chord progression and just a kind of a campfire way of playing it if you just want to strum it with the chords in as easy positions as possible. We'll be doing something like this. So we'll talk about the chord progression. Basically, it opens up with variations of B minor and G major 7. But we're going to get into all of that. But then we'll also take a look at trying to duplicate or replicate or come as close as we can to the little arpeggio kind of the broken chords that Carly is playing on the piano. And some of those will create uncomfortable voicings on the guitar. We'll talk about that one, maybe. But, okay, that's it. I will, next we'll take a look at the chords. The right hand, it will be a very simple arpeggio pattern, and then when we get into the chorus, I really would just strum this. So this lesson is really going to be geared towards how I would play it to back up a singer. It's not going to include, uh-oh, I don't know if I can do this. Well, I'll save that for another day, but we'll see. Maybe we'll make an instrumental arrangement of this further down the road. But in any case, we're going to take a look at Carly Simon's That's the Way I've Always Heard It Should Be. The right hand for this is going to be pretty straightforward, just a couple of options here. A lot of what we'll be doing will be an arpeggio type pattern, but I'm playing a B minor chord now. And the main pattern that we'd have is going to be a pinch with your thumb and two fingers, and then an inside finger playing on the offbeat, the 8th note. Let's just talk about the progression now in general, so we got the chords in the right order, although in the last segment as we were going through the chords we were talking about that. I forgot to mention one other way of playing the G major 7, or doing that B minor thing. If we're going to do the arpeggio, the pinch follow kind of thing, for the G major 7 and the B minor, we could also play the B minor with your first finger on B and your second finger on F sharp and the D and the B. Only playing the top 3 strings and the B and the bass. And now we would go into this picking pattern, and then to get the G major 7, I just have to move my second finger down, so only your first and second fingers have to move. So this is the way I might play this song if I was just accompanying somebody. Then for the D minor 7, I'd keep that same pattern going. C major 7, same pattern.